has not played great. And I'm talking about, hey, that man just took the game over
He's never played
single-handedly. He can't do it. He's not capable of doing it. And it's okay. You can get defensive, but we're going to watch another dumpster fire this weekend. And he's going to turn it over again. And then you're going to tell me what's the excuse? Because now he's in the same system. He has Lamborghinis and Ferraris out there.
Yeah.
He's got a running back that you
didn't I say he's playing trash right now? But I say he's playing trash right now, right? Sherrod Steve? I said he's playing trash right now. Hold on. I just need to know if I said that. Because I said, did I say it or not? I said it, right?
He's had 1 year that's been an outlier.
So
Every other season.
You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
I can edit again.
Nah. You good, bro? And we got to keep all the good stuff. You feel me? This is kind of what I want. I want the people to know that we're humans. We make human errors and human mistakes here on GTD. Go ahead, Kadeem.
Well, yeah, it's been a turbulent few days since the Colts game. Not only because I was traveling back to London, back in the studio, as you can see, but Dolphins fans are still coming to terms with the week one, I can't call it defeat, humiliation. And Charlie, before we went live, you said this is a state of the union. Not only is it that, it's a preview for the Patriots game. Absolutely insane opening week of the NFL season for the Dolphins. But I've mentioned his name already. To join me and talk about so much more, as always, is the host of Go Time Dolphins. Charlie, tell everyone what time it is.
It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy, Charlie Touche. Got my co-host, Kadeem Simmons, with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Your favorite podcast, and official affiliates of Fanatics, where you could be a fanatic of your favorite franchise. Kadeem, you know who this is on my shirt? These two on my shirt.
I'm surprised you don't have Spike the dog on there. Like, yes, Tom and Jerry is a staple, but Spike is like to me, a key component.
I didn't know you knew who Tom and Jerry was. Like, maybe it was a different name in London. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Tom and Jerry was a staple of my childhood. Like, massively.
That's what's up. See, you never know. Y'all don't have what was it? The Thomas the train or something like that?
No, we have Thomas the Tank Engine as well.
Like, nah, I don't think that's the name of it though, bro. I think we went through this before.
We can't have, because there's no way Thomas the Tank Engine has a different name.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, we went through this, and I don't think it's Thomas the Tank Engine. I think it's something else to train. Something to train.
Well, it's a British show. It's a British show. It's called Thomas the Tank Engine. So whatever you have is the incorrect name.
Yeah, we might as well just bring in a guest and see if the guest can help us out. Hey, shout out to Sherrod Steve. Coming to the therapy session, the Miami Dolphin therapy session. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need this, a brotherhood. Oh man, bro. Like, we if you're listening to the audio version, we just brought Sherrod Steve in from backstage, and this man has a paper bag on his head, and the paper bag says, "Fire everyone." I'm not even mad at it, bro. Sherrod Steve, how you doing, man?
Fellas. Yeah, sorry, I'll take that off. But
bro, that was well done. Like, bro, the holes were like, yo, whoever worked, whoever did, and very good penmanship, bro. Did you do
that? 2 seconds ago, and that was my first official paper bag I've ever made in my life.
Dang, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say what I didn't enjoy doing it, but it served the purpose.
What you got, bro?
Just just complete shock. Just wanted to hop on with you guys because it just more so than ever, it just seems like we all have to get on the same page. That's what I feel like at this moment, and just have a reality check of the whole situation. You saw I wore that bag and I meant it. Complete embarrassment. Worst team in the league, week 1 by far, by a mile. You have a team like the Saints who have Spencer Rattler, I believe is their starter right now. They put up a respectable showing. I mean, it's crazy, but here we are. And I'm here to dive into it. And yeah, you just there is some positive. I'll give a little teaser. I do have some positivity, but it's not a ton.
Hey, can you give it to us? Because we need some of that right now.
Well, it's going to go more towards what I believe we should do.
All right, let's get let's double back and go over what Kadeem and I said on the review of the Colts game. And like you just said, Sherrod, bro, 33-8. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is not an attack on, maybe it is attack. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But this is how on this planet did you have an entire offseason as a team and as coaches and at a front office and the starting quarterback and come out and drop this dud? Now, it's not just the dud. It's the dud against the Colts. Like, bro, it's different if it's Baltimore, if it's Buffalo, if it's somebody that's like, you know what? They're better than us. But it wasn't even that. It was the Colts, bro. Like, it might as well have been the Saints, Sherrod. It could have been the Saints that did this. Like, it would have been the same exact effect. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is not just the L. It's like, yo, you had all off season, and this is what y'all came up with. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, bro. I was as many times as I said, you know, I'm gonna remove my feelings. I'm good this year. Like, let's just see what happens. As many times as I said that, bro, I was hurt, bro. I like, nah, y'all boys tried me, bro. Y'all boys tried me, man. Like, I was genuinely hurt. Like, nah, we're not gonna do this. You feel me? So I'll take it back to what I said. I brought up Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov before. I don't have to do that again. But as a Chris Grier supporter, to see what happened on Sunday, and now we're without Austin Jackson and James Daniels, like, it's like there's no protecting this man. There's no, like, yo, you have a pocket passer and you have not put together a pocket for your passer. You know what I'm saying? Like, the O-line that you built is for a quarterback that can get jiggy and get out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know your personnel. Shout out to Herm Edwards. You know what I'm saying? You have to know your personnel. Now, I want to be very clear. The game 33-8 isn't because of Chris Grier. He played a part in it, but it's more so, you know, because I like to allocate we call it blame, but I say accountability. You know what I'm saying? It's accountability. And before I was like, yo, there's a, you know, I think Coach was to blame more than Tua than Chris Grier. That's on the entirety of the team. That game was more so on Tua, bro. Like, and as a Tua supporter, I have no problem calling it out when it's like, yo, this is bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's better when it's not bad so often. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know, we can live with this. You feel me? But here's the thing when it comes to Tua right now. One of the biggest Tua supporters on the internet, Holmes, like, you looking at him. Here's the problem. The problem is, and I heard a stat, I'll repeat it. I kind of brushed through it. Let me see if it was true. And this is what I came up with. Tua's last 15 games, he has 13 picks and 8 fumbles. His last 15 games, he has 13 picks and 8 fumbles. When Tua, prior to those 15 games, I'm loud, like, yeah, but look, when Tua does this, when he does this, and this, he's not a turnover machine. You know how they do the turn the ball over. I'm like, bro, it's not even fitting. He's not even that. You know what I'm saying? Then we go straight to Josh Allen for 100 turnovers and just leading the league in turnovers forever. So here's the thing, and I know I'm going long, but here's the thing. If we're gonna get this Tua, there's no point no more. Like, because you beat out everybody else by being nice in certain areas, beating certain teams, like the sorry teams, you know what I'm saying? Hitting certain completions. Like, yo, this you can't miss your bread and butter passes. You can't lose to the Colts. You can't fumble or turn over the ball as much as you're doing now. All that being said, before I hand it back over to you, Steve, all that being said, those 15 games take us back to, I want to say, the Chiefs playoff game. All right. That means you still missed like 4 or 5, 6.5 games in between those 15 games. You missed 6.5 games. So now you missed 6.5 games. And in the other 15, you have 13 picks and 8 fumbles. And I'll close with this. That was all the way back to KC. But do we remember the last 5 games of that season? How we fumbled away like the division and how we almost had the 1 seed. You feel me? So it's like, bro, when Tua was on, I was on like, yo, y'all going to hear this about me and Tua. He's no longer on no more, bro. And it's too large. It's not like a small, all right, this is just a little stretch. Nah, bro. Dog got paid. And this is the new Tua since he's gotten paid. And I'm not here for it, bro. So, and I said this last episode, a win this week doesn't change it. It doesn't save it. A win this week doesn't be like, hey, we're good. We smacked New England 30-7, 33-8. We could turn around and give it back to them. We could give New England the 33-8. Nah, bro, this is not good enough. Maybe if you beat Buffalo, at Buffalo, we could, all right. It might fix some stuff. You feel me? But nah, bro, this is to the core, to the foundation. This is foundational. Am I tripping, Steve?
No, you basically took my line from me right away. I was going to say, if we won 30-0, we beat the Patriots this week. It means nothing to me. Nothing. And you to even float the idea that if we beat Buffalo, no. It's over. This is over. It's a wrap. It's done. There's no saving the season. There's no, we're going to play better. And it's done. We have 0 chance to win the Super Bowl. We have, it is. So here's the thing with Grier. You know how I feel about Tua. And this isn't the time. That's low-hanging fruit right now. But
it's always the time, Steve. But go ahead.
The guy has played 1 season in his career.
1 full season.
Yeah. 1. Mm-hmm. You can't. I mean, that in itself, you can't do it. I mean, that's not even getting out of the starting blocks. If you can't, you have to be healthy as a quarterback. And players play through injuries. That guy's on a different level. His concussions look different. Like they're scary. They're violent. Like we don't know how many he's truly even had. There's debates on, and then people are floating, he got another one this past week. Well, they never took him in the 10th. There's no reports of it, anyone addressing it. But these excuses and all this stuff, it's done. He is the ball. Even the ball in flight doesn't look right anymore. The first Tyreek interception, Tyreek's open. I mean, that's an NFL quarterback. Forget Tua, like a tight window. That is, every quarterback in the NFL should easily make that throw. That is a 30-ish yard over the middle, down the pipe, put it on a rope, put it right there.
Can I just say very, very quickly? Sorry.
Yep.
Xavier Howard after the game said that the coach clogged up the middle, and that's why the Dolphins were off. Multiple people, including myself, have gone back to watch the game, all 22 and stuff like that. The middle is so wide open on so many different plays, and that third interception, it's not just that Tyreek is open. Waddle is wide open as well. And funnily enough, Waddle was in front of Xavier Howard. If he, for whatever reason, obviously he goes to Hill, but Waddle is just as open, like about maybe 10 yards to the left. And the fact that he was missing over the middle to his two main guys consistently, like the fumble, I think it's Waddle's open in the middle again. It's like, bro, you can't have it like people always say the arm strength outside of numbers. The middle of the field was wide open throughout that entire game, and Tua just failed to put the ball anywhere near it. It became a laughing stock on social media since Sunday because of just like, how has he missed this game this badly?
Continue, Steve.
Yeah, and that's our bread and butter. I mean, over the middle is our bread and butter. McDaniel has gone a different direction. Teams avoided the middle. It's too chaotic. It's too crowded. Too many things can go wrong. And he's been, no, you can operate in the middle.
Between the hashes.
Yeah, that's McDaniel's whole philosophy. The working the middle of the field. And yes, it's clear as day that the NFL has caught up because the good teams, the well-coached teams play us very well. And we beat the bad teams because most likely we could go down the list. Their coaching isn't elite. Their coaching isn't great. And McDaniel can feast on that. Like Tua is just in the fumbles. They're egregious interceptions. Like these aren't tip balls. These aren't like, okay, that's a bad luck. I could see what he's trying to do there. You're looking at some plays. He's just he's not seeing the field at all. He has no perception of the field. Guys are just jumping in front of some of his passes that these are huge individuals. These are little tiny people that are hiding. He's just not seeing the field whatsoever. There's no rhythm. But everyone's accountable. Like I'm completely done with Tua. Like I said, the guy can't stay on the field. We developed a whole offensive system for him. That's why I was still optimistic. I was like, you know what? We were catering to this guy, to his strengths. He can throw the ball. If everything is right, this guy can operate. No, we're well past that. Grier has made a mess of this O-line. The arguably the greatest O-line draft in the history of the NFL.
Unbelievable. Deepest for sure. Deepest for sure.
And Kenneth Grant, like Charlie, you called me draft night. Steve, what do you think about it? I'm shocked. We got Zach Zeal. We got some dudes on the front. Why did we go there? I liked it for the simple fact we went to the trenches because that's what we were all barking about. It was we're a soft team. We got to get more physical. But did Kenneth Grant show up and do anything on your screen that made an impact where you're like, well, I'm glad we got that guy? And I know it's game one for a rookie, and I'm not trying to put that guy down. And I really don't even know what his overall rating was for the game.
Yeah.
Maybe he did do okay. But my point is, we had real weaknesses. You have a quarterback that is injury prone. You don't take care of the line, and then our backup quarterback situation. We're back in the same boat. We have an unproven backup. We don't have Joe Flacco. We don't have any guy that you say, hey, you know what? Tua goes down. We have a guy without question has seen a bunch of defenses, has won games in the NFL. It can definitely rally and lead a team. Him and McDaniel cannot learn from their mistakes.
It's crazy.
McDaniel can't adjust. It's the same mistakes over and over, and Grier is now doing it too. And the thing about Grier, now I'm starting to get there. It's early. I'm tired.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
If you guys caught me earlier or a couple days ago, it was way worse.
Let's go.
Grier, he did make some nice draft picks I'm talking about recent years. I thought that he was bringing in talent. He wasn't missing like we've missed in the past. Look at the New England Patriots. We just signed Cole Strange.
Yes, second round pick.
Like, come on.
Was Cole Strange your first round pick?
And that was one of the best videos ever. Sean McVay and was it Snead, the GM from the
he said Cole Strange. We had him in the 5th round or something like that. Yeah,
they were a little tipsy. You could tell they had a couple of drinks.
Yeah,
and they were laughing. They're like, well, I guess he's not going to be there in the 3rd, 4th round. That we wasted our time scouting that guy.
Yeah,
he and that's why New England was so bad. Grier wasn't drafting that bad, but the one thing that we cannot predict, one thing that we don't know, sitting on the couch watching ESPN, reading blogs, listening to podcasts, is the culture. We're not in that building. We're not talking to people, and that's where I think Grier has completely missed. He's missed on fixing stuff, like I said, the O-line back up, but the culture is on Grier and McDaniel for me. And it's enough. Enough is enough. I could go on for days on how bad that performance was. All 3 levels. Let me ask you a question. I mentioned this to a buddy of mine. Past or present, great coaches, and they don't even have to be Super Bowl winning. I would consider like a Jim Harbaugh a great coach. Great coaches. Name one great coach that doesn't yell, doesn't get fired up. And I'm saying you can't be like out of control, but a guy that you can say he's going to throw an iPad once in a while. He's going to really Andy Reid's pretty calm overall, but I'm telling you, Andy Reid's got a tough side to him that he demands respect.
I got one.
Shoot.
But he's not a great coach. He was just a good coach.
Okay.
Jim Caldwell.
Okay. I see where you're going with that.
He was the only one, but he's the only one that fits more that I know of.
Yeah, it's like Tony Dungy. Actually, Tony Dungy is someone.
Well, he's actually and Caldwell's from the Dungy tree, actually.
For sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say Dungy would stand out, but most of the guys, and you don't want a guy that's melting down because don't get too high, don't get too low, right? Mm-hmm. But once in a while, you got to tell your team the truth. You got to
put your foot down, bro. Like exactly. This is when he got hired, when Coach got hired. That was one of the biggest things on the internet. Is he going to be able to control the locker room? Like, is he going to be able to control the room? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be a thermostat or the what do they call it? The thermostat or the temperature? Does he set the temperature or does he just react to it? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was a fair assessment. Like, bro, he's not even. I remember the first year. The D-line jumped off sides like 3 times in a row. Y'all remember that? And then he went to the D-line coach and he's like, fix it. You could kind of read his lips. He said, effing fix it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, that wasn't enough either. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I need a little bit more than this. You know what I'm saying?
Can I?
Go ahead, Kadeem.
It's really interesting because obviously, again, over here on Go Time Dolphins and other places, we went from we went from Brian Flores to Mike McDaniel, and the 2 complete polar opposites in terms of, Flores was essentially a dictator, walking single line, all this kind of stuff. And then he brought McDaniel, and there's a tweet floating around it. Basically, when McDaniel is first brought in, says McDaniel's the kind of coach which, when it's all going well, everyone's going to love him, fans are going to love him. They love that kind of, cool stuff. But when it doesn't go well, you're going to see limitations. And again, we've seen the highs, the Broncos game, the back and forth against the Bills, the Ravens, the wins and stuff like that. And his demeanor never really came into question because we're winning. And, players spoke about the culture and how well they liked him and how he relates and all that kind of stuff. When it does go wrong, obviously people are going to turn around and say they want a more hardline coach, which is totally understandable. Me personally, I think it's an excuse when things aren't going wrong. So when things are going wrong, if that makes sense. But it also does seem like a lot of what people say is modern players, the next generation, they don't respond to that hardline coaching anymore. And I don't know if that's a US via UK thing, because the one thing we're seeing more and more in UK football is you've gone away from these old school managers, the guys that wore the suits but would rip into you if you do something wrong. because players have more power now. It's like, I don't know who you're shouting at. I can leave. And especially with, college players now earning more and more money all that kind of stuff. These players are so famous before they get even into the league, but they have the money as well. Like, they have other options, and I feel like the Dolphins tried to go down the nice route because that's where they thought the rest of the league is going to go. But it looks like, again, it's one of the many, many incorrect things the Dolphins have done. And I'll end on this. A quick question. What do Adam Gase, Brian Flores, and Mike McDaniel all have in common, apart from being former Dolphin coaches?
And Mike McDaniel is the current Dolphin coach. He said former.
But yeah.
That's wild.
What do they all have in common?
I don't know, bro. What you got?
All first-time head coaches. The Dolphins keep on doing this first-time head coach. And my question to you guys was going to be, is Mike McDaniel probably going to go sooner rather than later? Should they go down a first-time head coach route again, or bring in someone with more experience? Because I'm seeing people on social media, I don't know how serious they are, putting up names like Rex Ryan and Jason Garrett as guys who can come in and set a culture.
I really want to say this before we get into that. That's a great question. If you could remember that after I'm done, bro, I would like to get into that. Here's what I really wanted to address. Bro, Sherrod, it's so odd being on the same page as you, bro, because we met and we disagreed off the jump. You know what I'm saying? On what quarterback I wanted in the draft, what quarterback you wanted and stuff. And then we have the same, bro. Dolphins in Germany, we there. London, we're there. You know what I'm saying? Like we're on the same wavelength when it comes to the team, but we just have different ideologies of how we get there. You know what I'm saying? So it feels different to be on the same like eye to eye with Sherrod Steve right now. But I wanted to say this on a public platform as a Dolphin fan and Tua supporter who still supports Tua, by the way. If you are under the age of 35, 2023 was the best season you ever seen the Dolphins. Like, you might have some older Marino memories, like when he was a shell of himself. But if you are a Dolphin fan and you're under the age of 35, 2023 was I think we're close. My biggest thing when I support Tua was always, how come dog don't ever get no credit? You know what I'm saying? It's always something else. It's always, it's the coach, it's the scheme, it's Tyreek. You know what I'm saying? But if we lose, it's Tua. He's not good enough. So that was always my thing. Even with the quarterback rankings, I'm like, naming it the quarterback rankings is one thing because you got runners like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. They're actually quarterbacks. But if it was the passer rankings, like who's the better passer, and then you started naming these people, I can't put Tua on that list no more because he's not passing the same. He's not like the past 18 games. He's not even one of the best passers in the league like he used to be 3 seasons ago. So there is a problem there if you're a Tua supporter. Said all that to say this. Yeah, so I was big on, bro. Even today, people still don't give, like, it was Josh Allen came back against the Ravens, and I just asked a simple question. Whose comeback was more impressive? Josh Allen's comeback against the Ravens or Tua's comeback against the Ravens? And no one would say Tua. It's like, all right, bro. Dog scored 6 touchdowns down like 28, but somehow Josh Allen's is more impressive. Cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Last but not least, Steve, you said Kenneth Grant. Bro, and this is why I had the Chris Grier. I was the conductor of the Chris Grier train. Slowed the train down once or twice. I slowed it down a little bit, and I spread it back up like, hey, we are all aboard. You feel me? Dog, the train has come to a stop, bro. I can't do it no more, and here's why. I believe you should let someone. You got to let them prove themselves. Like, if he has a vision, let's see where this goes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not all-knowing. You know what I'm saying? There's different, you can take different routes to get to the desired direction, to the desired destination, but we're not at the destination. So when I see the Dolphins go Kenneth Grant in the first round, and you need a tight end, and Tyler Warren was right there. We didn't take Tyler Warren. And you need O-line. Gray Zabel was right there. You didn't take Gray Zabel. And you need a corner. Will Johnson goes in the second round and looks like an all-pro already. It's only one game, but Will Johnson right there, ready to go. You're going to move on from Tyreek. You have Matthew Golden and Emeka Egbuka, bro. You don't take none of these guys that I just named, and you take a interior D lineman. Cool, I understand, I get it. But if your season starts like this, just know it's gonna get loud, and you're gonna have all kind of planes flying around with the fire Chris Grier. You're gonna have it, and I'm here for it. I would not support that, but I get it, and I'm like, yeah, you did this to yourself. You feel me? So, and I want to say this one more time because I said this on the last episode. Emeka Egbuka, bro. He's not the flashiest Odell Beckham receiver, but his work ethic, his blue chip character that Kadeem likes to say, bro, is second to none. And to have the city of Miami with all the lights and all the distractions, and you bring in somebody like a Emeka Egbuka, it would have been perfect. Now he's gonna be the one in Tampa forever. You know what I'm saying? Like Tampa did it the right way. They got Godwin, they got Evans, they brought in a third, and they're gonna pass the torch. We have Tyreek, always injured Waddle, and Malik Washington, Touche 24, my dog, but he's just a slot receiver. He's not a one. You know what I'm saying? Like we had chances to do the draft, bro. You went 4 D linemen, 1 O lineman. I wanted 4 O linemen, 1 D lineman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't support none of that. And Steve, you said it's over with. We're not winning no Super Bowl. I get all that, but on the last episode I said over under 4.5 weeks before Tyreek Hill gets traded, and over under 11.5 weeks before McDaniel and Grier are fired. I need your answer on that.
You can just make it late 4 and 4 for me. I'm giving them a month. Listen. This is I can't. And I'm not this guy, and I want people to understand that. I used to live in Orlando. This was I couldn't afford DirecTV. The Dolphin games I had to go to the bars and stuff to watch them. I was there every game, even when my friends wouldn't go, Dolphin fans, because we were terrible. The just 3-win years. I was at the game we beat Baltimore. I support the team even when we're bad. Like, it's okay to be bad at times. Like, hey, we're rebuilding. We had some bad luck, and now here we are. This is, I feel like just done wrong. Like, this team has just they're fake. They're phonies. It feels so much worse because I just don't understand when you say you're going to change culture. And then I went to the training camp. The music's blaring. There's no change in culture. You're doing the same things you did last year, except we got more barbecues that everyone's attending. That's great, and I like that. But at the end of the day, McDaniel, it blows my mind that he's like, I don't know what else to do. I find the guys, they're late. You don't know what else to do? You cut them. You say bye. Like that. Jimmy Johnson style. Remember Jimmy? Who was it that got cut? I don't even think he took off his pads for that game. Was it
I don't know.
Atkins, the safety, or I forget. But you need to just, I don't care who it is even. I don't care if it's Ramsey. You say, hey, Chris, you go to Grier's office and you say, we need to get this guy out of here right now. Get wherever you can for him. This isn't working. This is just it's all done. It's you have to burn it all down. Here's what I'm going to, actually I have to ask you a question before, just so if we're on the same page, Charlie, I need to know. You still support Tua. Please clarify that. What does that mean exactly?
That means if like today, We got a game in a couple days. I believe we could get it done. So our next 4 games, we got Patriots, Buffalo, Paper Plains, Carolina. I don't know what to expect, but I don't believe that this is the new Tua. Now, I wish like I could just go replay what I said on the last episode, because Tua is too comfortable. He got paid and he hasn't been the same. I have to believe when there's pressure on him like there is now, we're going to get that Tua that had pressure on him before. If we don't, he's got to go, bro. And I said it again. I said it before. I said it again. I'll say it again. This is our team, bro. This is not Tua's team. Hold up. This is not Grier's team. This is not Ross's team. This is the fans' team. So if your quarterback gets paid and decides like he's comfortable now, and whatever happens, I can't get behind that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do believe I don't believe we're gonna be nobody, if I'm being real with you. Like, I don't believe we're gonna be anybody. But if he comes out and puts up 300 yards a game for the next 4 games, yeah, I believe he could do that. And I believe there's some part of me that like, I can see that happening. So yeah, I support him, but I'm not like, I'm done. Let's get a new quarterback. Now we got the next couple games. I'm here for it. Like, next 4 or 5 games, if I don't see it, it's a wrap. It's like, I want to win. That's it. So I'm not trying to have a fire sale right now, knowing that we can't have a fire sale right now. So we have the next couple of weeks. Let's see what happens. Y'all boys don't turn around. It's a wrap for everybody. Like, I text you that, Sherrod Steve. Everybody got to go. Everybody. The whole building. Like, the janitors got to go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, the cooks, the chefs, all that A+ stuff that the team had. Oh, A+ weight room, A+ everything else. Nah, bro. It's too comfortable. Everybody has to go if we don't see the changes. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it. But I'm not ready to say, all right, who's the quarterback coming in the draft next year? I'm not ready for that right now.
So
we got to get to your question, Kadeem. My bad.
So I'm literally looking at an article written 3 days ago, September 8th, Sports Illustrated. If Miami rebuilds, Rams Chris Shula will be considered. Chris Shula, defensive coordinator of the Rams, and obviously, Don Shula. Nothing more needs to be said. But again, what's interesting is social media, as always, one isn't a real place, but my social media is full of Dolphin fans, and you're getting a clear, some people go in, Rex Ryan, Jason Garrett, essentially someone who, as we mentioned earlier, has been there, done it, will basically reset this culture. But then there's others going, you go and get an Anthony Weaver, you go and get Chris Shula, you go and get someone who has fresh ideas. And again, it's interesting because, as I mentioned, the Dolphins have tried that I feel like the Dolphins at this point have tried everything to try and win, and nothing has worked. Now, you could say that Chris Grier has been at the top of everything for the last decade, essentially. So you're just changing people underneath, but nothing's going to change until essentially Grier goes. But yeah, my question to you guys is, you're going to rebuild the Dolphins. Are you going now just a head coach, someone with experience, or are you going another first-time head coach?
That was the question from before?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you answer, Sherrod Steve.
I really don't know. And I'm embarrassed to say this, but I actually, week 1, I Googled upcoming coordinators in the NFL. I Googled that. I can't believe I had to do that week 1. But I did, because I was curious. I'm like, who is out there? Who am I forgetting? I don't know the answer. Yeah, honestly, it's just too early to say that. But I will start my positivity if, Charlie, you want to answer, and then I'll.
My answer to the question, because you said some stuff, first time head coaches and everything, and I don't lean one way or the other. Like, I need to have an experienced head coach, or I like first time head coaches because they could bring something that hasn't been seen before. For example, Ben Johnson, like what you just said, Kadeem, it's all about timing too. If this was last year and Ben Johnson was the OC for Detroit and everyone knew Ben Johnson was going to take Caleb Williams, like he was matter of fact, he was supposed to take a job before last year. And then he was like, no, I'm gonna just wait a little bit longer. And then that Caleb Williams job is going to line up. If this was last year, let's just say right now, if Ben Johnson was available this year and he had Caleb Williams in his lap, like, yo, I'm going to go coach Caleb Williams, the Miami Dolphins should have paid him the most money any coach has ever been paid. Like, because what you don't want is for my dollar, I know where Shira Steve's about to go, but for my dollar, like, I need whoever the quarterback is going to be. If it's a veteran quarterback, I'm okay with a defensive-minded head coach. But if it's a young rookie, still molding offense, like quarterback, I need an OC and join them boys at the hip. Like, they need to be sharing ribs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the idea of a defensive-minded coach with a young rookie, like young 1 year, 2 year quarterback. So for my dollar, bro, am I leaning towards a new head coach or a veteran head coach? What I think the Dolphins should do is what the owner for the Commanders did. Hey, how many draft picks to get Patrick Mahomes? 6 ones? Okay, let's do it. Like, if that's literally what the Commanders did. Like, let's see what the Chiefs want from Mahomes. Like, I think the Dolphins need to come and be like, you know what? It hasn't worked. It's 43-year-olds out there that haven't seen us win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? We're going to change that. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to go to whatever coach it is right now in the NFL coaching, a head coach right now, and say, hey, how much do you want and how much is going to take to trade for you? Like, I don't care about the new next guy. You know what I'm saying? Or who's McCarthy's out there, right? McCarthy don't have a job. Let's go McCarthy. Nah, bro. Whoever that coach is, do something unprecedented. Trade draft picks for this coach. Pay him the most anyone has ever seen, and know you have your coach. And then get your quarterback and be like, oh, we got our coach and our quarterback. If this doesn't work, it's never going to work. You know what I'm saying? But no more experiments. No more, this should be a pretty good thing going. Nah, I need certainty. And that's it. My bad. But go ahead, Steve.
Okay, here it goes, guys. Good news. I have a solution. And it's feasible. To me, I'm seeing it clearly. This is what we do. We burn it down. and we will. I truly believe May will look like, people are going to say he's going to be better than Tom Brady after this weekend. We're going to get destroyed. I think he's just going to light us up, just destroy us. So here's my thing. There's a lot of good things coming up. I want to start off by saying Ross is in his 80s. He is a very wealthy man.
Yep.
If that man is really serious about winning a championship, I mean, like that's the one thing that he needs on his resume. Whatever, he's been wildly successful in life. He's done a great job with the stadium and everything else, right? But if he wants to get a Super Bowl down back in Miami again, he's going to have to open that wallet. And he's going to have to eat contracts and do exactly what you just said, Charlie. And that is pay not only a head coach, but in the coaching staff in general. Because Mike McCarthy might need to be our OC. Right. Now we're like, okay, because if I have that guy just focused on offense, okay, I'm interested. I'm intrigued. The thing with this team is this team has a ton of talent. It's individual, but it has a ton of talent. You have a fire sale, and you eat contracts. So if you're moving Tyreek Hill, and I'm seeing, 4th or 5th round, no, that guy is a top 5, no further than 7. I'm sorry. I still believe he can get it done with a good quarterback, a good offense. We put him back on Kansas City. It's going to be just the good old days again. I believe that would be the case. He would he would be catching the bombs and on all the good stuff that we used to see from Tyreek in Kansas City. So you say, hey, we're going to eat a lot of that contract. And I'm not a cap guy. I'm not a big numbers guy, but I know that's a big part of it, because you can't just trade big like a Chubb and he's got this big number. Well, yeah, there's a lot of teams that wouldn't mind having Chubb, but you can't take him on because of cap reasons.
What you can do though, real quick, what you can do is you could do it all in 1 year and just take 1 year as an L, and then you start over to the second year later, and then you're good. But go ahead.
That's it. So I believe firmly that we should just start unloading. There's about a handful of players that I would say are kind of untouchable, and everyone else is more than available. And you go down that process. You accumulate a ton of draft capital, and the timing is actually amazing because this QB class is stacked. I don't know who the big names are, like, who the top 3 guys are going to be, but there's almost like 10 guys in the mix for first round this coming draft. So we have quarterbacks coming up. This is the perfect time to hit the reset button. It's the perfect time. Do that. I think it's a quick turnaround. Everyone's like, oh, we go through. I know rebuilding stinks, but I really believe with the assets that we're going to bring in, we're going to have a top 3 pick. I think regardless of even what we do, we're top 5. and shout out to the same old Dolphins. I was listening right before the kickoff. I was driving home and, getting ready for football season week 1. And they floated the idea of it being likely that 5 wins or less. I was laughing to myself like, wow, they really believe that. That's surprising me. And I don't call them haters. I'm not that person. I'm just like, man, how do you even see that? I'm like, the Jets twice, the Patriots twice,
Carolina.
You're just doing, quick calculation. You're like, under 5? No way. Oh yeah. If we got to 5, I'd be impressed. That would actually impress me. It is. I believe it is so bad to the core. Ramsey knew it. People know this. Like, I think the secret's out that McDaniel lacks the respect. We can have some moments here. I'm sure Chop Robinson might have a strip sack this weekend. And there's a moment. Wait a minute. Are we gonna turn this around here? Are we gonna get some momentum? But don't worry. Our DBs will quickly remind us how terrible we are when they get cooked left and right by D-list wide receivers, because the Patriots have terrible wide receivers overall. Well, Diggs I guess is still okay if he's healthy, but it's going to be terrible. Don't be in denial about this. If late October rolls around and this team is basically still intact, oh, we're in big trouble. Big trouble. Because then what do you do? What do you go in the offseason with? All these contracts, and then you're picking. Just acknowledge what's happening now. It's going to happen quick. I'm going to tell Ross, you have a month to understand how bad this is. And I want the planes flying, Charlie, because we all need to be on the same page. You guys, we have a problem. The first step is acknowledging you have a problem. That's
we've acknowledged that already.
I'm saying fully, not to even consider that we would beat Buffalo is
no. I don't consider we will beat Buffalo. Here's my thing. My thing is, reality says you have the Patriots this week. I can't even get to how we beat a team. Like, I don't know how we beat a team, but it would not surprise me if we beat the Patriots 30-0. It's not going to surprise me. I'm like, oh, of course we did. Tyree got 11 targets. Waddle got 11, and Achane got 11. You know what I'm saying? That's all that mattered. You know what I'm saying? Of course we beat the Patriots at home season opener, right? But I was at last year's season opener, and if it wasn't for a friend of the podcast, Javon Holland, punching the ball out at the 1 yard line, we would have lost that too. Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm trying to say. I think this team has looked like this for over a year now, but it was masked by Tua not being available. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, this might have been the team last year, but we don't know because Tua missed 6.5 games.
Yeah.
Like that's where I have arrived. So yeah, but if I'm being like optimistic at the most, and you have the Patriots, and then you take an L to Buffalo, and paper planes Carolina, like yo, it is not all that's palatable. So now, what I was saying when I first started the show was, yo, beating Patriots 33 to 8 doesn't fix it. Now, what would fix it for me and my dollar, if you were to beat Buffalo at Buffalo, and now you have the paper planes, and now you have Carolina, all of a sudden you're 4-1, and it's like, all right, you got my attention, but I'm not gonna buy into it. You have my attention, and obviously I don't think we get there, but that is the way where you get me back to, all right, I'm listening. You know what I'm saying?
But I said a few days ago that would be typical Dolphins. You know, to find a way to essentially get to the Spain game and still be hanging around a wild card spot, and it's just like why are we doing this? Like the Dolphins just constantly circling the drain, and every time you think they're gonna, that's it. They're a sunken team. They pick up a few wins, and again, even though it was different circumstances, 2019, you are in line to get the number 1 overall pick. Brian Flores wins 5 games. Why did you win 5 games for? Like, why? Like, and again, it would be very typical of the Dolphins to get rid of Mike McDaniel, get rid of Chris Grier, and be like, you know what? We're going for the number 1 overall pick, and then just win a few games. It's like, why did you do that for? Like, again, why? Why have you done that? And then, so I'm looking at contracts that are expiring in the next 2 years, basically. A big one that expires at the end of the season is Jalen Phillips. And it's like, what do you do with Jalen Phillips? Because the injury history says you might need to move on. But when, like so many Dolphins players, when healthy, there's a dude there. So what do you do with Jalen Phillips? There's a whole bunch of names that no one cares about, from essentially guys we just picked up: Zach Wilson, Matt Judon, Rasul Douglas, Kendall Lamm, Willie Gay Jr., like a whole bunch of guys that they don't mean anything. But 2027, it becomes interesting. Tyreek Hill, Jordan Brooks, friend of the podcast, Austin Jackson, Alec Kingold, Minka Fitzpatrick, Aaron Brewer, Devon Achan, Storm Duck, Bradley Chubb, Tyrell Dodson. No, sorry, Bradley Chubb, Dodson are 2028. So Storm Duck is the last person in 2027. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In my opinion, 8/9 guys who, if you trade this season, could get you something decent.
Bro,
Charlie is shaking head.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. None of that don't matter. You said 2027. I'm more on the Sherrod Steve plan, where it's like I'm eating all that. Like, yo, but like I understand the contract, but yo, it's not gonna matter because since we burned it down and ate all the dead cap, that them contracts don't matter to me if we're doing the Sherrod Steve plan, which I'm more so leaning towards more so than anything. And that brings me to the next question of who are those players? And I'll ask you next because I also have these players in mind too. So I want to know, Sherrod Steve, who are the players that you feel like, yo, we're gonna burn it all down, but we're gonna save these players from getting burnt. So who are those players that you're bringing into the next rebuild, but after you burn it all down?
And real quick, I just want to mention this before I forget. There is a blueprint that we have to examine closely. It's just been done recently. It's the Denver Broncos. They had a quarterback with a crazy contract, and when it happened, it's like, no way. They're going to eat all this dead cap, all this. No way. Look where they're at right now. So we need to look at that situation. How did they turn it around so quickly? How they moved around their money, all that stuff. We need to take a microscope and look what they just did. To answer your question, though, Charlie, and that's why I'm optimistic. I really am. I believe that if Grier or Ross really focuses and develops a real true rebuild game plan, we can do it. And I think we're in a good position to do so. The guys to keep. And Phillips is one of the few guys I actually do trust on this team. Culture-wise, I think that guy is a good teammate who tries hard. He's got a motor. Like, he's kind of what you want, but he's injury prone, and that's the problem. So anyone that's like, hey, we're running a team. This is a business here. It's no hard feelings, but you gotta be on the field. It's got to be Chop. You're keeping. I'm keeping Paul at left tackle. I like what I'm seeing from him.
Yeah.
Minka can go. I'm not. He's long in the tooth. If you want to keep him as a veteran to help young guys grow, I'm okay with. But as just a talent in general, I'm not going to lose sleep at night if we lose him. Obviously, no one else in the secondary. Running backs you can get easily. So I like our running backs, but that's not something like, oh, we got to really hold on to those guys. No, we can replace them easily in one draft. Waddle's too injury prone. Hill's got to go. Gosh, it's even less than I thought. I do like Jordan Brooks. I feel like that guy is, one of those a tough guy. He's a physical player that we do need. We're lacking tremendously. Zach.
I'm about to say, bro. Like,
yeah,
I don't like where this is going, Steve, because you named like 7 people. I'm like, that's too many. You know what I'm saying?
I got about 4 maybe.
He's got 4.
Yeah,
Patrick Paul, Chop Robinson, Zach Sealer, and Jordan Brooks. And maybe Minka.
And there's a couple people like our rookie out of Arizona on the O line. He's a little bit of a wait and see. I think he could be good. He'd be fine. So yeah, I'm not going to say, oh, get rid of him now. I'm not, but I'm just saying guys that I definitely want to keep. And everyone else, hey, if someone's going to offer me the right deal, and we're really going to reboot this. Maybe there's a team that would love that guy in the draft. Who knows what you can get? So you got to just be open to any conversation is what I'm getting at. And there's about 3-4 players tops that I would put untouchable.
But yeah, I told you over the phone, Achan, Sealer, Chop Robinson, and Minka is the only people I'm keeping. Now, Patrick Paul has a chance to prove himself this year because this is his first year. He only played 1 game. So Patrick Paul does have a chance to make it on that list. Everybody else, hey man, we need that cash. Like we need that cap space, and we need to go build a Super Bowl winner. And right now we don't have that, and it's that simple.
It's funny you mentioned Achan. He'd be one of the first people I get rid of. Like, and again, it's not a talent thing. It's I'm rebuilding this team. I'm not going to pay you because you don't pay running backs in general. So why am I keeping you? I'm keeping you so you can run the ball, but I'm about to blow it up, and your contract is up next year. Mm-hmm. Like. He's one of the few players, and again, he's not going to get you a first. Let's be completely honest, but will get me something decent. So, if my list is basically share wide Steve's, Chop Robinson, Patrick Paul. I'm in an iron about Jordan Brooks. I don't mind if he stays. I don't mind if he goes. And I can't remember who the other person you said was. I'd probably keep Jonas Avenaya, but yeah, everyone else.
Bro, Achan had 7 rushes for 55 yards. And y'all talking about like just toss them? Like, this is with the O-line that we have. Like, Achan is a legit dude, bro. He's the offense right now. He's the only person on the offense that matters.
But then again, question: are you going to pay him?
Yeah. Straight up.
You're gonna so you're gonna part of this rebuild is paying Devon Achan.
Yeah, 100%. Like, 100%. Because you're gonna build the O-line, and the best thing you could do if you're talking about getting a quarterback in the draft, the best thing you could do is let me just throw it off to my running back who I know is gonna keep us safe. You don't have no receivers. You only have Achan. That is it.
Charlie, my list is all guys in the trenches, basically.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
That's what a rebuild is. You start in the trenches and you find your quarterback. That's where we start. If you're going to pay a running back, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Hold on. If you have your quarterback and you put him into the deep end and you mess with his confidence, bro. David Carr was a legit dude, bro, and he is the the best example of don't throw your quarterback into the fire, and then they ruin him. Super Bowl champion David Carr, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened with David Carr. So you're gonna take this quarterback first overall, not give him no weapons, and then he's gonna see ghosts like Sam Darnold and be discouraged and be wasted. You got to give him something, bro.
So very, very quickly, I'm going to build him an offensive line, and I'm going to say to a running back, play behind this line, and they're going to be fine because and again, Achane is a luxury. Achane is the guy you plug in when everything else is ready. Go, do you know what? We've got a great running back. Same way.
I disagree.
How did Saquon Barkley and the Giants pan out?
I thought it panned out pretty good if they had a quarterback. They didn't have a quarterback, bro. Like, so that's not. They had
receivers either.
They didn't have nothing. They didn't have a quarterback. So now, if we had a quarterback and you had a running back, like you and an O line, you can run the ball now. You could dump the ball off to your only weapon that you have. I don't think y'all understand this. Achane isn't just like Melvin Gordon, bro. Achane is one of the best running backs in the league, bro. On the sorry Dolphins team.
Yeah, and again, he's a casualty. I'm blowing it up. How many good running backs have gone in the last few drafts in the second round? Where did Hampton go this year?
First round, 22nd overall.
The 22nd. Yeah.
And even he went like 9th.
Yeah.
Bad examples. Essentially, that's me guessing it wrong. I said bad examples, but again, luxury. If you're rebuilding the team, you don't take a running back in the first round, and you don't pay a running back,
and you don't not give a young quarterback nothing to work with. You don't do none of those things.
Again, I can find a good running back in second round.
Can you?
Yes.
Can we? Like, are we sure about this? Hold on. Talking about the same Dolphins team?
Where was Devon Achane drafted?
Second round, third round.
I just found someone in the third round.
That's my point. There's no more Achanes out there, bro. Like, bro, that's just like saying, I
are you
go
serious?
Find another. That's like, yes, I'm dead serious. That's like, hold on. That's like you saying, I can find another Derrick Henry. There's only one Derrick Henry, bro. I can find another Christian McCaffrey. There's only one Christian McCaffrey, bro. There's only one Achane, bro.
The Panthers drafted McCaffrey. When did they draft him?
I would like to think first round.
And where is he now?
He's on another team. Same thing with Barkley. Like, well, I don't know where this is going. Like,
because when you're rebuilding, you don't pay your running back. No matter how good he is, say, you know what? We're starting again. Off you go. You don't pay the running back. Why again? The only way I pay Devon Achane if he's taking a basic minimum deal.
Yeah.
Again,
Achane's not going to cost $20 million, bro. He's going to cost less than 12.
No.
Yes.
No, Cook just got how much?
Cook got 12.
Yeah, and he's going to get more than Cook because he's the next.
He's not going to get more than Cook. Hey, we notorious for this, Sherrod, Steve. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. He's not going to get more than 12. He's not going to get more than 12.
Okay.
He's going to get more than 12.
Because he's on a sorry team and can't show like, Cook was on a AFC Championship team. Like, Achane, you can negotiate, bro. You didn't have an opportunity to shine. You know what I'm saying?
Dean phrased it perfectly. The running back position is a luxury. It just
is. All right. But give your quarterback no weapons and see what happens. See how far that goes for his confidence.
Again, no one's saying that. You've gone so far the other side. As part of the rebuild, yes, you're going to bring in new receivers, new running backs. All I'm saying, same way you say you can find, defensive linemen anywhere in the draft, plug and play. In the nice, yes, special running backs, you tend to go higher. But you can find a good, solid running back who's not going to let you down in the second round, because the Dolphins did it with Devon Achane in the third round.
You're talking to the undrafted running back guy. You can find an undrafted running back. You're talking to him. This is me. You're talking to the don't pay the running back guy. I don't want to pay running backs. But if you're going to start off brand spanking new blank canvas and get your quarterback, franchise quarterback of the next decade and a half, and you have a running back on your team, that's different. That's a lot different than going to acquire. Like, I'm not going to bring in Saquon Barkley for this rebuild. We already have that running back. It's a different vantage point.
let me real quick point here. Is Achane a physical running back?
No.
I wouldn't deem him as a very durable guy. Like that's a guy you got to be like, okay, let's keep an eye on him with his reps and everything. So you're telling me when you're going to go full rebuild and you might have a really bad offensive line in the first season, you're going to pay a guy that doesn't have great durability and is going to just get hit behind the backfield and just abused all year, and that's going to help your quarterback? No, what you do is you build the O-line. That's season 1. Season 2, then you say, hey, running back, here's a nice O-line to run behind. And wide receivers, we don't have great wide receivers, but you will have a little extra time to get open because we have an O-line. And the D-line helps it's just the trenches.
Sarah, Steve, you
this
just
is
said
not a debate.
You just said you build the O-line.
Yeah.
And in the same sentence, you said your O-line might not be that good. Now, I'm going to say this. If you have a rookie quarterback, that O-line has to be fixed. That's my point. I'm not getting the quarterback without the O-line first. So in this rebuild, and we're going too long on the rebuild now because we got all offseason to rebuild it. So in this rebuild, the O-line has to be there before I even draft the quarterback. So yeah, you got Savai Naya, you got Patrick Paul, pay whoever you have to pay to be on the O-line, then draft some more O-line in the same draft that you draft your quarterback. Now the O-line is legit. Like, I'm not drafting a quarterback, putting him behind the O-line that's like, give us a couple years to build it for you. No, bro. Like, that O-line is going to be a fort before I even get my quarterback. So, yeah. But, hey, it's here nor there, bro. It doesn't matter. But go ahead.
Very quickly, and this is going to be somewhat controversial. As part of this rebuild, I actually wouldn't get rid of Tua right away, partly because I need if I can get something for Tua, then cool, fair enough. But I need a bridge guy. And it's like, if I'm drafting a guy in 2027 and he can sit behind Tua.
Hold on, 27, bro. What happened to 26, bro?
Sorry. Yo, I'm still in Orlando time. I'm tired. 2026, I'm drafting a quarterback. But I'm saying, like, he's starting 2027. Drafting.
All right, so we're not throwing a quarterback in the fire now, is what you're saying.
But why would I do that for?
I'm just asking. I have to clarify. So you're not throwing him in the fire?
Not at all. No.
All right. So this rebuild, Steve, are you drafting your quarterback next year? What we doing with your rebuild? Is he starting right away or no?
All right. Well, let me just say this. This is you can call it a hot take. I don't even think it's a hot take anymore. Tua is not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Oh my goodness. That's what I'm talking about, bro. See, it could be true, Steve. Like, bro, it's okay. It's okay to say he stunk up the joint. All right, but
this guy is not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Come on, see, bro, you had a whole hour, and we finally arrived here. You know what I'm saying? You tripping, bro.
So what I'm saying is, and this is the truth. If you tell me realistic, and I'll buy it if you sell it. Tell me where Tua goes on any other team in the NFL. Hypothetical. There's not one I could think of. Name a franchise that would want Tua as their quarterback.
Tua would start over Geno Smith right now.
You think the Raiders want Tua?
No. You asked me to name a team, and I named the team.
You're not selling me because Tom Brady would say, no, I'd rather have Geno.
So how you know Tom Brady was saying? And I'm saying Tom Brady would be like, give me Tua. So now what? Now we're just saying what we think Tom Brady would say. That doesn't mean nothing, bro.
Well, I disagree with you. I mean, like I said, if you give me a team in a situation that I'll go, okay, I believe it. There's not one out there. If you said we'll eat Tua's contract and give us a 4th rounder for him, I don't think someone's gonna just want him as a backup. Tell me a team where they're going to be like, okay, we can get on to the Tua train and we have a future. The guy's not that old. Tell me a team.
Genuinely, and again, it's because this team stinks. He starts for the Panthers, but I think a lot of people, even the most hated black people who cannot stand Tua, it's kind of like you need to send him to the not just the NFC, but send him to a dome team. Send him to a team where he can play inside.
Yeah,
and
bro.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and again, it will be so typical for the Dolphins to move on from Tua because it's the right thing to do, and the next team does what the Dolphins should have done, and he starts winning playoff games, and it's like, and one final thing, it doesn't really have much to do with Tua, but I mentioned this to Charlie on the review episode. Jared Goff, when playing for coaches not named Sean McVay or Ben Johnson, I believe is 0-19-1, and it's just like there's a guy who essentially needs to be in the right system but with the right coaches, and I think that's going to be with Tua. He's going to go somewhere else and turn it around, quote unquote.
Why, real quick, why do we think Tua is so good? Because at Alabama, he won a national championship, and Saban loves him. His wideouts at Alabama were Waddle, Judy, Ruggs, Devontae Smith. Those were his wideouts.
We don't even have to talk about. We don't even have to talk about
tight ends and offensive line and how great.
Talk about college, bro. We can talk about the
NFL by superior, like prime Nick Saban team. It was ultra talented. So we're gonna say, oh well, he was the man at Alabama. Was he though?
So hold on. He did. Hold on.
Did I go to Alabama and toss 20 TDs?
Did he ball in 2023 or no? Did Tua ball in 2023 or no?
He played well in one season.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This right here.
Hold
on. This is what I'm talking about. He don't get credit when he does well. Oh, yeah. He did okay. Led the league in passing yards. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what this man does good, it's never gonna be
Carly.
He did that good. Like hold up. Like, so look, we talking about NFL, we're not talking about college. Like, how many quarterbacks have thrown for 6 touchdowns in a game? Want to know? I can tell you some of these boys' names: Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Ryan Fitzpatrick, shout out to Fitzmagic, Aaron Rodgers, Roethlisberger, shout out Nick Foles, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Brett Favre, Tua, Tom Brady, shout out to Carson Palmer. Bro, like, none of these boys is trash.
So,
you know what I'm saying? And Tua's trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
So what's so funny, and it's sad, you keep on going to the second game he ever played with the Dolphins.
That's talking about second game. I said 6
touchdowns.
That was
week 2.
That was Baltimore.
Exactly. That was his
second game.
Wasn't
that was like his third year in the season, third season in the NFL.
That was his second season, wasn't it?
His third season.
Third?
Doesn't he get? Hold on.
How many years he had with? How many years?
Yeah.
Maybe it was just one. I feel like maybe it was just one. So that was his. That could have been the second year of the season.
Either way, if you keep on naming Baltimore, and Tyreek was wide open. Like, this wasn't like this guy was ready.
So, bro, you can't get no credit, bro.
Hold up. If I gave you a homework assignment, give me the 5 best Tua games in his career.
Mm-hmm.
You would struggle, man.
I would struggle.
You would say, here, this would be the list: Baltimore, Arizona. Let's see. Well,
Buffalo twice.
Buffalo
twice.
No, dog had 3 incompletions. Hey. Steve. Like, what you want this man to do?
When you say twice, were those 2 victories?
One's a win, one's a loss.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna put.
Actually, you know what? Sorry, genuinely.
You didn't say his best wins.
So genuinely, I would say Buffalo 3 times. I'll take Buffalo 3 times. I'm not even taking the mic.
Okay, we've played well in general against Buffalo. We played well against Buffalo in the playoffs without Tua. We took him to the wire. So don't tell me that Tua is the reason he's playing Buffalo well. No, we've had moments against Buffalo in recent years where it's like, wow, we look competitive. We have them on the ropes a bit at times.
Once. Just once. Not competitive in recent years. Just one time.
If you want my answer off the top of my head, and yeah, you got the Cardinals game that everyone speaks about as a rookie, I'd go 3 Buffalo games. The win the week before the Ravens game, the Snow game when again they somehow lose, but again Tua plays well, Buffalo fans doing what they did, and then last season the 61-yard field goal right at the end. It's like Tua can't do much. So that, in my opinion, that's 3 Buffalo games. The Cardinals game. I've got the Ravens comeback win. I'd also go the Chargers win against.
I was about to say, like, where's this
last
Chargers
season
game at, bro? Like, people just
but I'm saying, like, but very, very quickly, the issue with Tua throughout his entire time with the Dolphins is the consistency. It's a fact that I can probably get to 10. I'm struggling when I get to 10, and those are against good teams. Because we can also say the Broncos game, but the Broncos game was that was absolutely insane. And there's a bunch of wins against teams that no one cares about.
Well, that doesn't count because this and that.
I know.
And this game
that was a bad team. That was a really bad team.
Like, so hold up. When you say, oh, his best games, is it best wins versus good teams? Like, you said best games, and now that one doesn't count. And this one doesn't count. And that one doesn't count. Like, how does that work?
Let me clarify.
But hold up. This is what I'm saying. Like, every time, there's nothing Tua could do well or really good and get credit for it. It's always something else. Well, now that doesn't count because of this. That doesn't count because of that. Bro, Sherrod, you were the one. You were the one, bro. When Herbert went in the one of the best football games in recent history against the Raiders, and Derek Carr would hit me in my phone. Tua could never do this. Next year he did it like twice. And then you try to discredit how he did it. And I'm like, bro, Herbert did it against Derek Carr. Like how does Herbert get credit for that?
How did Herbert look against the Chiefs?
Hold on, no. Answer the question, Sarah. How does Herbert get credit for going pillar to post with Derek Carr, but Tua can't get credit for 6 touchdowns against the Ravens?
I told you. Herbert had the worst coach in the NFL. He has Harbaugh. And now watch this year. No, Charlie. I didn't say the first year with Harbaugh. I go, you just wait.
Go ahead.
And Herbert cooked. He absolutely cooked the Chiefs. And not just like, oh, he put up the numbers. No, when they needed to drive, when they needed to go down and score points, he did it. He not only played well, but he performed and won the game. The thing with Tua, when you're like, oh, well, the Bills, I can name the Bills. He played well in the snow game. Playing well is nice. I'm talking about great performances. Let's look at Joe Burrow's last season. You can go look at his numbers. He played great how many times? Tua has not played great. And I'm talking about, hey, that man just took the game over single-handedly. He can't do it. He's not capable of doing it. And it's okay. You can get defensive, but we're going to watch our dumpster fire this weekend. And he's going to turn it over again. And then you're going to tell me what's the excuse? Because now he's in the same system. He has Lamborghinis and Ferraris out there. Yeah. He's got a running back that you
didn't I say he's playing trash right now? I say he's playing trash right now, right? Sherrod Steve? I said he's playing trash right now. Hold on. I just need to know if I said that. Because I said, did I say it or not? I said it, right?
He's had 1 year that's been an outlier.
So every other season
has been a huge disappointment.
Why can I admit when Tua's playing trash, but you can't admit when he's playing good? So how about this? So you said Herbert. Hold up. You said Herbert. It was Herbert's coach. Look at his coach.
Yeah.
Tua had Flores that literally tried to sabotage his career, and he don't get no discount for that. But you give credit. You give a discount to Herbert for his coach. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Let's talk about Herbert with Harbaugh because you want to talk about Herbert with Harbaugh, right? Herbert threw 4 picks in a playoff game.
Yep. That's the fact. And I told you year 2 on. What's going to happen? I said it. Not year 1. I said year 2.
4 picks. 4 picks.
He just took on Andy Reid. You know what his record is when he had opening days and when he has buys? When that man has time to prepare, that team is really tough. Belichick tough. Like prime Belichick Patriot days tough. And he went down there and gave him the business. Straight up. Won that game. And guess what? They're going to continue doing that. Sorry, team, go ahead.
No, because you were going to clarify before you had that conversation with Charlie. You're going to clarify a point about games.
Oh, I'm just saying there's a difference between playing well and playing great. Like having a guy say, wow, like Josh Allen and Jackson, those guys, when their team's not playing well, the O-line's not playing well, receivers aren't playing well, they can take over a game. And it's not just because they run the ball with their legs. They make plays. They make things happen. Tua, he's not that guy. He can't be that guy. We're seeing it. And this is the bottom line, Charlie, and you just have to acknowledge this. He's had 1 good year. That's it.
Sherrod Steve, bro. I always kept it a buck when it comes to Tua. When he's good, he's good. When he's great, he's great. When he's trash, I say he's trash. Not one time can you ever say, all right, Herbert stuck it up here. It's always because hold on. It's because this. I'm not talking about when he played the Chiefs, bro. I'm talking about last year in the playoffs with Harbaugh as his coach. He lost to the Texans 32-12 and threw 4 picks.
Mm-hmm.
And when he played Trevor Lawrence, he had a 28-point lead and lost it. Like, you never hear about this, bro. Because if Tua did any of this, the way Herbert did it, it would be a wrap.
What's your prediction for the Chargers this year?
No. We're on Herbert right now, champ.
No, okay, Herbert.
He asked about the Chargers.
Can we address these 4 picks? I need to hear what you have to say about Herbert throwing 4 picks in a playoff game.
They overachieved last year. A new system was being implemented, and I said it. It's year 1. Just it is what it is. It's gonna take a minute. I go year 2, and especially year 3. They will be cooking, and they're cooking already.
8 years into his career, he's going to be cooking now. 8 years into his career. 8 years. He gets 7 years. Herbert gets 7 years.
What, Charlie? Did you watch the Chiefs game?
I didn't say he was Herbert nice. He did.
No, he wasn't nice. He was exactly what a superstar NFL quarterback.
Tua did the same thing what less than Herbert did against the Chiefs his second year.
Would you rather have Herbert or Tua?
Today, Herbert.
Yes. Okay. Oh, we're here. We have arrived.
What you mean?
We have arrived.
Bro, I always keep it a buck, bro.
Chill, bro. Chill.
I always keep it a buck. You can't though, bro. You cannot say, hey, you cannot say, look,
I'm proud of you, bro.
But hold up. But Tua played the Chiefs. Herbert, look at Herbert's team, look at Herbert coach. Tua played the same Chiefs team, matter of fact, a better Chiefs team, and still only lost by like in the last drive of the game.
Okay. Why do you want Herbert over Tua now?
Because Tua's playing trash right now. I said this, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like you make it seem like I can't say it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can say it. Not only is Tua playing trash right now, I said the past 15 games that span over 2 seasons. That's a problem, bro. Like, I'm a football dude. I'm not just a Tua fan. Like, yeah, I'm a Tua fan and a football fan. And Tua's trash play has spanned over the end of 2023, the entire 2024, and now we're in the 2020. That's not good, bro. But I'm not saying he can't get it back on track. That's why I still said at the beginning of the episode, I still support Tua because I believe in dog. I'm like, yo, I really think this cash got to him. Like, I believe that. Like, yo, he's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So
can I just
go ahead.
So I was gonna say, and to kind of not tie all things up, but 2022 is Mike McDaniel's first season with the Dolphins. So yeah, Flores has 2020 and 2021, 2 seasons. Mike McDaniel comes in 2022. Season starts off 3-0. You beat the Patriots, cool. You have that comeback win against the Ravens, amazing. You beat Buffalo, and it's like, hey, Mike McDaniel and Tua, you're cooking. And you even get put your team on the back, will a win what Herbert just done with the last Friday against the Chiefs. The issue then is, yes, it gets better the following year, but there's now just been regression. And Herbert right now looks like he's going to ascend. There's been some ascension of the last. I think it's fair to say that Herbert's never been as bad as Tua has been. He's had his moments where it's like, oh my God, but I think the thing with Herbert is he's been available and it hasn't been. I don't think Herbert's had a game as bad as Tua did last week. So if you're looking at it from those 2 guys who will always be compared because of where they were taken, despite the fact that most people are just like, you know what, it shouldn't be that deep. Tua seems like he's come to the end of his time in Miami, and it probably should have happened at the end of last year with the injuries. It's like, you just can't stay available. Herbert can, and he started the season better. So right now, week 2 of the 2025 season, I can't imagine anyone picks Tua over Herbert unless they are a hardcore Tua fan. At that point, it's like, I can't really take your opinion that seriously because you're so blinded by your fandom.
Herbert's rookie season was more impressive than Tua's best season. Because, like I said, what Herbert has been working with, it just looks, it's just the eye test. It's just the simple eye test. This guy is, if you're going to build a quarterback in a lab, it's Justin Herbert. And now he has the coach and a system that's going to work, and he's going to shine. It's just that simple. There's no overthinking. And for the record, I will say it. I wanted to draft Tua over Herbert that year. So it is what it is. I'm not, I've never been the Herbert guy from day one, but I watched the guy play and I'm like, oh yeah, we missed on that. He's better. And that's it.
How many playoff wins Herbert got?
Ask me that in 2-3
I'm
years.
just asking a question, Sherrod Steve, bro. This is not even that serious. Just answer the question.
As many as Tua has.
Why is Herbert on the same wavelength on playoff wins with Tua if he's so much better than Tua?
Because it's just like Barkley. He was with a terrible team. How many playoff wins did Barkley have? Well, then you put him in a different system. Yeah, a great player will shine. The culture, the environment, what you're surrounded by is a huge factor. And we have rolled out the red carpet as best as we possibly can with Tua. McDaniel, here, this is it, Tua. Your quick windows, your skill set, here we go. It's tailored because every other quarterback that comes in looks awful in our system. Awful. Because we run the Tua system. Let's call it the Tua system.
Kadeem, I sent you something, bro. Can you share it when you get a chance?
I'm trying my best, but right now my phone's not playing nice. So
all right, cool. I'll give you some time. Listen, all that stuff, Sherrod Steve. Did we get the bonus? Are we in overtime yet?
Not yet, no.
All right, let's go to overtime. Listen. It's the craziest thing, bro. There's so many times when me and Sherrod Steve have talked where like, oh, this is gonna be peaceful. We're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna be good. And then somehow someone gets like hit with shrapnel. Like, yo, what was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway. Love is love, bro. Like I love this stuff. You feel me? Like I could do this every day with Sherrod Steve all day, bro. I could do it all day, bro. And no hard feelings either. Like it's just like we're here. Dolphin fans, we want the same thing. You feel me? Look, you ready to get into bonus time, Kadeem?
Overtime, yeah.
We about to get into overtime. And I got a clip that everyone's gonna have to see because Sherrod Steve's here and I just gotta share the clip. But y'all know what time it is. Sherrod Steve, thanks for coming on, bro. Like, listen, bro. Like, we got a den, we got a futon in a den. You bring your stuff. You feel me? Y'all know what time.
Wow.
So what?
A futon, not even like his own room.
I mean, he could stay here. Is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, you know, if you have a guest room, you don't want it too nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we got a futon. We didn't have it nice. Like, but it's yours if you want it. He knew what I was saying. You knew what I was saying, Sherrod.
I appreciate it, fellas. Yes, I understand.
Damn, the futon not good enough, Sherrod Steve.
I am 42 years old, so my futon days are probably past me. But
I've had some good futons, bro.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a little more picky now. My back isn't like what it used to be.
I was just at the chiropractor 2 days ago. You ain't lying, bro. Hey, y'all know what time it is. Come on over to overtime. Y'all got to see this clip that we're about to share. Hopefully, are we going to share it, Kadeem? Oh, we got the clip. Listen. Now you have to come to overtime because we're going to share a clip. I was not going to share it until Sherrod Steve just invoked some stuff. So now we're going to have to share it. But y'all know what time it is. Stay positive. Test negative. For Sherrod Steve and Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time.
So as I bring the clip up, I've seen the clip. I am not just saying this. To me, the clip means nothing. But
no. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It doesn't have to mean anything to you. But I have a question for Sherrod Steve. Are we ready to go before you play the clip?
What do you mean ready to go? Yeah.
Like you're all right. Look, so here we go, Sherrod Steve. This is Justin Herbert. You said it was the coaching. You said new system, all the good stuff. Chargers fans will tell you it was the defense. You know what I'm saying? The same defense that spotted him 24 points. All right. So I'm gonna set the stage for you. The Chargers are up 24-0 in the first half against Jacksonville. 24-0 nil. What y'all say in London, Kadeem? Z? What that's Z. What y'all say for 0? Nil?
Nil, yeah.
Yeah, 24-0. They punt it to Jacksonville. Jacksonville muffs the punt inside the 10-yard line, and Justin Herbert gets a first down and goal from the 6-yard line. First and goal from the 6-yard line, 24-0. You punch this in, you're up 31-0. He gets 3 tries. This is third down, and this is the pass that Justin Herbert threw on third down and goal. 3 failed attempts. Can we run the clip, please? I think we're going to do this with no audio because we don't want to get demonetized, but we'll try our best not to. But just watch the clip. If you're listening in our audio, y'all check us out on YouTube. One more time, please, for the boys. One more time, Kadeem. Just one more time. For you, those who are listening to the audio, Justin Herbert missed a wide open receiver. Like from the 6-yard line, no traffic, like nobody within 6 yards of this receiver for the game. 31 points in the first half. Threw it into the stands. I'm not even lying. It hit the wall. Not even lying. Sherrod Steve, you said it's this. You said it's that. You said it's the quarterback. You said it's the coach. You said it's the system. What's going on here? He had a 24-point lead. 3 picks. Defense gave him 3 picks, and he blew that game, and he blew that pass.
Do you mind if I take that question first?
Hold on. I need this just for Sherrod Steve real quick. You can jump in afterwards, Kadeem. I promise you can. Help me understand what we just seen. Steve.
I'll make it quick, Kadeem. You can go.
No, Steve, don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Just answer the question.
He had a bad throw.
What are we watching? I don't understand because it's not the coach. It's not the coach. He's wide open. 6 yards radius.
Hey, did he throw an interception?
He lost the game. He did worse than throwing an interception.
Was it a pick?
He threw it out the end. He threw it into the first row of the stands, literally.
Would it be worse if he threw a pick?
No, it don't get no worse than missing a receiver that's open by 8 yards and throwing it into the first row of the stands, bro.
So them getting a field goal after that is worse than throwing an interception?
Yeah, 27-point lead and blowing a 27-point lead in the playoffs is worse than interception, yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Kadeem. I got one more thing for sure.
Let's do it.
This will be a good one. So get ready, Charlie.
The reason that clip means nothing to me is because I'm sure you can find the best quarterbacks of all time and they will have throws similar to that. The best guys, MVPs. Look at the MVP seasons. They miss, guys. And I think this is kind of where it's like we can all do this. Like people can. I'm sure even the Chargers Chiefs game, Herbert probably had some misses. Mahomes has some misses. Mahomes has some misses throughout his entire career. One clip in isolation doesn't really mean much because it's like, hey, the guy's not perfect. The guy's not playing Madden. Like we can talk about the greater, how the Chargers went on to lose that game, but that one clip in isolation.
That's my point. My point is we are talking about that. We're talking about a 27-point lead. With that pass was involved in it. Like, it don't get no easier than this. So yeah, everybody has misses. And you said the greatest quarterbacks have misses. They do. But none of the greatest quarterbacks blow a 27-point lead in the playoffs. They don't do it.
Okay, right, Charlie?
No, but then
Yeah,
the Falcons blew a 28-point lead in the Super Bowl. Like teams blow massive leads.
Who was the quarterback for the Falcons?
Matt Ryan.
Not even close to a Hall of Famer. We talking about the greatest quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the greatest quarterbacks.
No.
And I'm telling you, the greatest quarterbacks don't blow 28-point leads.
But then you say the great quarterbacks don't go down 28 points in a game, because why? If you're such a great quarterback, how are you down 28 points in a game?
That's my
now,
point.
Tom Brady,
that is my point. That right there is my point. And that's why Sherrod Steve is here watching the clip. Like, yo, if Justin Herbert is so much better than Tua, how does this happen? That's my point.
Kadeem, can you imagine if I took the time to edit a video of Tua's?
I didn't edit it. I'm
just. I would splice
that's
up.
Not AI. That's not AI. That really happened.
The turnovers. No, I'm talking about. I wouldn't alter the video. I'm just saying I would just take multiple clips and put on a little presentation for you. How bad that would look like. It would look way worse than anything that you just showed me. Anything. It can look like a clown show. Anyway, let's go to where I was going before week one. Before week one,
never threw a 27-point lead. It would never look worse.
Before the Colts game, if someone asked you, me, whoever,
let's go.
Would you rather have Tua or Herbert? What would you have said
before the Colts game?
Yep,
I would say Tua.
Okay, and now that's changed in one game.
Yeah.
One game.
Yes.
He has one bad game, and now
no.
Whoa. What do you mean no? Go ahead.
Yeah, because it's a collective. You had a whole offseason. It's just not one game. You had an entire
It is one game though.
Well, no. So it's a resume. Like I have multiple jobs on my resume, and after this one job, I still have the entire resume.
But a game occurred, and then you changed your mind. That's what happened. Okay, so let's move on. So my other question is, since we should have now, the QB rankings, unless I missed it, which I'm pretty sure I did not.
You missed it. If you were around for the last episode, you would have heard what happened with the QB.
That's rankings. On me. But
okay. Anyway, sorry about that. You had Tua at number 2.
I did. Once upon a time, multiple years.
Multiple years, number 2. Without, just give me a ballpark where he is today.
All right, so I want to be very clear. When we were doing quarterback rankings, I was a huge, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I was against the term quarterback rankings because you have your Lamar Jacksons of the world. He plays quarterback. So he has to be in the quarterback rankings. Now, and I said this many times over again, if it was best passer rankings, that's what I was really wanted it to be. Like, who's the best passer in the league? Not just the best quarterback, but since it was best quarterback, we had to encompass all of what comes with quarterback, which is running. So, yeah. So for the criteria, Tua is not in quarterback rankings, he would not have made second on my quarterback.
Don't do that.
What you mean, bro?
Oh, so and so runs. I guess they're kind of a quarterback. They're not.
No, bro. I'm saying, like, yo, I genuinely wanted it to be the best passer in the league. Like, yo, he's not the best passer in the league no more. He's not the number 2 passer in the league no more.
Because I know the answer to this question for you. You want to talk about runners? Who cares? Would you take Peyton Manning or Lamar Jackson?
Peyton Manning.
Me too. And that guy can't run a lick.
But that's why I said best passers, not best quarterbacks. That was my point.
But so can you give me a number where he roughly is off the top of the dome?
Off the top of the dome, Tua's probably 14th.
Woo!
Off the top.
Okay. All right.
But I don't know why you trying to I don't know what, bro. We don't.
Still in denial, man. You're not fully healed yet. It's okay. We have more work to do.
We're not lifelong friends. We're not lifelong friends, but you know me well enough to know I'm always keep it G, bro. Like I genuinely believe he's better than Geno Smith, bro. I think he's better than 16. Oh, I guess it's 30. So 18 other quarterbacks, bro. I believe it. And that's why I say I still support him. Now, I'm still done, but I do believe, he can get it turned around. Now, if he doesn't, then we move on. It's that simple. Like, yo, bro, I've said it before. Two things could be true at the same time, bro. I can still think this quarterback is good, just not good enough. And right now, Tua has not been good enough lately. It's what have you done for me lately?
You owe Ryan Tannehill an apology.
Get out of here, bro! You almost made me curse, bro. I don't even curse. I don't even curse, bro. You almost made me curse, bro. Ryan Tannehill?
You owe him an apology, man.
So Ryan Tannehill was better than Tua?
Ryan Tannehill will win more football games in his NFL career than Tua will.
Who was the better quarterback for the Miami Dolphins? Ryan Tannehill or Tua Tagovailoa?
Tannehill.
All right, so that's all we got for today, y'all boys. You got something else, Kadeem? Because I can't, bro. He's acting, bro.
I had a question. No, I had a question which I would ask off air if we got time, but I want to have this conversation on air down the line as well. So I have nothing else to add.
What?
I have a question. Okay, we are like nearly over an hour and a half into this episode. I can keep on going. I'm sure you guys have things to do.
I gotta go to sleep, bro. I work, bro. I gotta go to work.
That's what I'm saying. So I have something else to ask, but I can ask it off air when we can shut this stuff down, or I can message both of you. We can do it off air.
All right, we'll shut it down and have a whole episode on the question that Kadeem don't want the public to hear. And then we'll come back and be like, hey, remember when Kadeem didn't want the public to hear this question? This is the episode. But hey,
okay, no. Okay, no, I'll ask it now. Would you take John Harbaugh from the Ravens? Bearing in mind, I think he had like the most fourth quarter loss, like essentially like losses in the last God knows how long. Like his fourth quarter meltdowns are becoming quite concerning. The Bills last week, the Dolphins have done it. It's a significant thing the Ravens keep on doing, blowing it up in the fourth quarter.
I don't want John Harbaugh.
No.
Yeah. It was a simple question. So yeah, there you go.
And a lot of those losses aren't on coaching. I mean, Henry fumbled the ball. Tucker was missing some field goals. Like he's had like his players just choked. And a lot of that.
Tua put up 6 touchdowns on that boy. That's on coaching. Sherrod, Steve.
I guess everyone has their Al Bundy heyday game moment. That's Tua's. I guess. Well, 10 years from now, we'll be talking about that Baltimore game. Still,
Sherrod, Steve, it does not hurt. You lose years off your life if you be like, yo, Tua was nice when he was nice. He's no longer nice no more. It would not hurt. You would not die if you say it. Like it's like some people cannot just admit it, bro. For whatever reason, they just can't do it. Like they cannot do it.
He had one good year.
They can't do it, bro. But all right, man. Hey, I gotta go to sleep, man. It's been fun. It's always fun, bro. Let's sign up out of here, bro. Kadeem.
Guys, thank you for joining us for what hasn't been a Patriots preview, but there's bigger things to worry
about.
We
didn't do none of that preview stuff, bro.
There's so much stuff to worry about for the Dolphins.
Hey, prediction. Get your prediction in real quick. What's the score of the game, Sherrod, Steve? Who wins? What's the score?
I say 38-13 Patriots.
What you got, Kadeem?
Dolphins win 27-20.
I'm gonna go with Patriots 2023 in a heartbreaker, and reality sits in.
I can't wait to see all of you guys in Spain when the Dolphins are having interim head coach, and we're watching Quinn Ewers against Jayden Daniels. It's going to be so much fun. Until then, we shall see you soon. Peace.
Thank you.